All right, I think we are live. What's going on, family? Welcome to the live stream. This is going to be your market update or market forecast for 2024 here in the greater Charlotte region. I am your real estate advisor, Sir Ashley. Sometimes I say Carolina real estate advisor or just real estate advisor. I help people throughout the country buy, sell, or invest. I'm primarily located right here on the border between North and South Carolina in the greater Charlotte region, but we have offices throughout the country. I have today two of my partners, one of my brothers, one of my sisters, and they're going to join me in this discussion regarding Charlotte real estate and what the region has going on, how 2023 ended, and what we should look forward to in 2024. Without further ado, let me bring on Tijuana, hold on, and Sean. How y'all doing?
Hey, my brother.
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Tijuana, if you don't mind, can you introduce yourself for everyone?
Yes, absolutely. I'm Tijuana Evans. I am with Lifestyle, as Sir said. These guys are my partners, my family. I love them. I've been doing real estate for over 22 years. Actually, this year would be 23. So I've seen a lot, made a lot, met a lot of people, and just enjoyed real estate, and super excited about 2024 and where we're going. Yes.
Thank you. No, it is very exciting. It is, if people was down about 2023, 2024 is something to look out for. They should not be down. They should be paying close attention because there's a lot on the horizon, not just in Charlotte, but in our nation. Sean, introduce yourself, please.
Man, listen, thank you. Listen, I just want to first say, man, I love you too. Okay, I do. Yeah, guys, I'm Sean Gerald, man, here from actually a Charlotte native. Thank you to you two New Yorkers for letting this country boy share the stage with y'all. Okay, I appreciate that. Listen, one thing I love about Charlotte, man, is that New York has invaded. Okay, I mean, I'm talking from the north. You guys have invaded our city. And listen, you've come down here and given us some culture, okay? Yeah, I've dirtied our streets up a little bit, but yeah, guys. So I'm also a partner.
Gave it a little flavor. Gave it a little
flavor, man. We appreciate it, man. We do. Yeah. So yeah, I am a native Charlottean, man. I grew up here in Charlotte, minutes from uptown, near Panther Stadium. So I've been a real estate agent since 2017. I've been very, very blessed, man, to have a really robust business, man. Really, thank you. To you folks out there in YouTube land, you guys trust me and support us. And I know you guys love and give Sir Ashley a lot of business as well, man. So I think I can speak for everyone here that we are very thankful for your support, your continued support over the years. And we look forward, together now, this three-headed monster,
I would say beast.
Everybody. Yeah, the beast. Yeah, man. Like, hey, listen, the people of Charlotte did not know what hit them when they saw us partnering together, man. I guess they found out when we had that grand opening party, didn't they?
Yeah,
they did. Yes. Speaking of, so we had the grand opening party. We opened the second office, and Tijuana.
Yes.
Do you want to share?
Yes. Just opened up the third office in the heart of Harrisburg. Beautiful. I mean, all three offices are uniquely situated for, convenience for our agents and for our clients. And so we're spread out, and we're going to continue spreading and growing.
Yes. Amen.
Yes.
Amen. So first question I get asked often, and I'm just going to relay it to you all, and then I may answer, but my viewers have probably heard my answer before. Is 2024 a good time to buy in the Charlotte region? Since you introduced yourself first, go ahead.
Yeah.
Ladies first.
Yes.
Oh, real quick. If you have any questions, anybody watching right now, we have 13 people watching. Anybody have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section. Also, share the link with friends, families, colleagues. We are live streaming on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook right now. So I appreciate all of you. And I can't tell the other platforms. I know that's like 13, 15 people on YouTube. But
love it.
Tijuana, is 2024 a good time to buy a home in Charlotte?
Absolutely. The reason I say it is because, as you all know, if you've been watching, the rates have already gone down, and they're predicted to continue to go down. People are excited. So you have buyers that have been kind of on the fence. They're ready to start moving, which means that you have sellers that are going to, be comfortable with putting their homes on the market, because they too will have places that they can actually purchase, homes actually that they can purchase, because the rates are going down. So the competition is going to ramp up.
I've seen it ramp up in the past 2 weeks. Like we're on the 17th, 18th right now. And I would say as soon as that new year hit, actually even started in December a little bit because rates started coming down. It's been quite active.
Oh yeah. In fact, one of the listing that I have, I had multiple offers on that. So we're still seeing multiple offers. So 2024 definitely is gonna be a hot year.
Say that again. Multiple offers.
It's gonna be a hot year. Multiple offers. Yes.
And if you don't mind, what was the general price point for that? General price range for that property?
So that was in the high 200s.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Sean, same question. What do you think?
I'm gonna piggyback on Tijuana here, man. Like the market is definitely hot. I mean, as you both know, man. Like I've been picking up. There's two things that I noticed. After the rates started to shift down some, people thought that the rates were high at 8%. I always direct them to go back and look at the 30-year trend and see what rates really truly were. Now, Tijuana, you've been an agent, much longer than I have. And already what the rates used to be. They have been as high as 18%, in the last 30 years. So when people tell me, man, the rates are high. Now, listen, granted, housing prices were lower back then, right? But looking at an 8% interest rate and now back into the sixes, these are not high. I remember I bought my first home back in 99, getting out of the Marine Corps. And I remember my lender called me to tell me, hey, you better run and lock in your rate. And I was running to lock in a 6.5% rate. Like, right? I was running to lock that thing in, okay? So now people look at a 6.5 and they're like, oh my God, the rates are high. And I'm like, not necessarily, because I just actually helped a seller that's been in her home now for, almost 30 years. She had a 12% rate, okay? Wow. So she's looking at this 6.5 where we are right now. And she's like, man, if you don't get me that 6.5.
Exactly. Give me that 6.5 right now. Give me that. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Give me that, man. And speaking of the Charlotte market, like, is it a good time to buy a home? Yes. Zillow actually put out a report last week that said, man, that of the top 10 metros.
I knew you were going to bring this one up.
You know
you're going to bring it up. You beat me to it.
Let's go, baby. Listen, number 7. Okay, Charlotte is ranked number 7 for hottest markets in the U.S. So, I mean, listen, we've got low inventory. Builders are giving away great incentives now. Okay. Yes, it is a good time to buy a home in the Charlotte metro because you can will and deal right now. Like Tijuana said, that when the rates continue to come down, it's going to get more competitive. You never know what's going to happen, man. It could be ugly, it could be pretty, depending on what side of the ball and coin you're on. So very excited.
I'm very excited as well because it's going to do what I'm seeing already. Is going to do two things. One, allow people who felt like they were priced out the past year and a half, be able to get a home. If the caveat is if they act faster sooner than later. Because what we're seeing is in the past 2 weeks, there's been a 10% increase in mortgage applications. So because as rates come down, and right now they're around 6.8, which is much better than the 8.25 people were seeing, because 8 was like if you had good credit. and most people are getting higher than that. That makes a big difference in your monthly payment. We're talking $200-$300. So more people are coming to the market to buy, but my fear is that some people, especially, I'm always concerned about the ones on the fringes. My clients that are well off, they're step up buyers, move up buyers. They're not as concerned. I'm not as concerned about them because they have the funds. They're going to get the home that they want. Right. The ones I'm concerned with are the ones that have been diligently saving for that down payment, for those things that can get into a home that's like $350 or I say $425 or below. If you wait, you might miss your opportunity.
That's right.
And that's my concern, or at least opportunity for, and we're going to talk about the greater Charlotte region, but opportunity for homes that are closer to Charlotte, or if not in Charlotte. There's some new construction, like I just looked up, I sent some to some clients yesterday, under 4 in Charlotte.
Yep.
If you wait, you're going to be further and further out. And I'm not saying those places further out are bad. It just may not be as convenient to get to uptown if you're working uptown.
Right.
You know, to that point, man, when I deal with people that are moving from out of state, for example, right? You know, listen, I help a lot of people move down from New York. And when I visit New York anyway, if I go to Atlanta, if I go to, California, Miami, wherever, traffic's horrible, right? So people coming from different places are used to being in traffic, for an hour to go to work and an hour to come home. I mean, I've heard stuff like, it takes me 2 hours to get to work, right?
I would say 2.5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane, right? To think about that when I grew up here in Charlotte. So when you say outskirts here, he's not telling you that you've got to drive 2 hours to get, a sub 400 price point on a new home, mind you, too, a new construction, right? He's talking about maybe you're driving 35, 45 minutes, 50 minutes at worst, and that is to get back into uptown Charlotte. The New Yorkers and people moving from out of state, they understand that. They don't care. They see those large lots. They see that price point. And they're like, man, let me get that. It's the people that I grew up with here in Charlotte that are like, no, I'm not going out there, Sean. You're crazy. And I'm like, you don't know what you're missing. So you got a point there. Yeah, go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's always easier to sell to us New Yorkers because our homes there are much smaller. You don't have the closet space and you definitely don't have the land. So definitely come here and get way more for your money, and you understand that we see it, we appreciate it. So it's an easier sale, when you are selling to people from, New York and other places. Right. California,
Yes. Again, feel free, leave your questions and comments. We have about 25 people watching right now. Drop them. We would love to address them and see, how we can help.
Absolutely.
So I didn't really prep you all as far as questions I was going to ask.
Okay. I like it like this. I like it like this.
But because I wanted your raw answers. What the first thing that came to mind? What areas or regions of the Charlotte metropolitan area do you see as the most opportunity for home buyers? And it could be whatever price point you may think of. Like, where do you see the growth and the opportunity going?
Yeah, sure. So I listen, I'm a defer to Tijuana again on this because I think where Tijuana opened her office is ripe for business. The Harrisburg area, heading, I think, east anywhere, right? Monroe used to be the stepchild of Charlotte. Nobody ever went to Monroe. Now with that 45 loop, the toll road, you can get to Monroe in seconds, right? So before you get there, though, you've got Harrisburg. So there was a reason you wanted to be in Harrisburg. There's a lot of growth. So tell us about Harrisburg, because I think that's probably where you would have gone.
So yes, Harrisburg is definitely growing. What I love about Harrisburg is that it's a quaint town. It's very family oriented. Do y'all realize that there's no apartments in Harrisburg? They have no.
No, I did not know this.
In Harrisburg.
What do you mean there's no apartments?
There's no apartment in Harrisburg.
Yeah, if you would have bet me, I would have lost all my money on that one.
Me too.
Apartments. Yeah.
Bro, me too. Get out of here.
The price point is mid 400s on up. I mean, you have several neighborhoods. It's a very nice neighborhood off of Robinson Church Road, and it's in the cut. And they have like 10-acre land lots back there. It's gated. It's really, really nice.
And how far is Harrisburg from Uptown Charlotte? Just so people that aren't familiar with it, before they have to go look up on the map, tell us how far. Like, where is it in relation?
Yeah, like 35 minutes or so. You can get there in 25 minutes. It just depends on.
That's what I was going to say. I didn't think it was 35.
You can get there like in 25 minutes, depending upon the traffic and when you go.
On how many Sean drive might be 15.
Hey! Don't tell people I can't drive, man. What are you doing?
I included myself in there as well. I threw myself under the bus as well.
Man. Yeah, you know what? I think it's important to note. I'm sorry. Go ahead, T1. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish. Yeah.
No, I was going to say, it's not far at all. It really isn't. And everything is out here. Where the office is situated is on the backside of 49, which 49 is one of the main streets or roads going in through Harrisburg. What'd you say, Sean?
I said about my favorite bakery.
Right. That I went to actually this morning. Sunflower.
Yes, nice. Oh, you went today?
I did. I went this morning. I had a morning glory muffin. Yes. So, but yeah, it's like everything is in Harrisburg, and if it's not too far from, like, you have Concord Mills, that's like right up the road.
You have UNCC down the road right there. Like it's just conveniently located.
It is for sure.
Yeah.
And I think for context for our viewers out here too, when we talk about like Harrisburg or Huntersville or Gastonia or Belmont, somebody just dropped Cornelius in the question box.
Right? We'll get to your question in a second, Ms. Wilson.
Yeah, they're just really suburbs of Charlotte. They have different names, but to me, they're still all Charlotte. Okay, because you don't know when you crossed over the line into Harrisburg, unless you're just really looking, right? You just think you're still in Charlotte. It's just it used to be more rural, but I think with the advent of 485, everything that used to be rural is now really being absorbed into Charlotte. So it's all Charlotte proper, as far as I'm concerned.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
I wouldn't go that far because when you're going into Gastonia.
Even Fort Mill in Charlotte.
You do know.
When you're going into Gastonia, though.
You do.
Well, yes and no, depending on where you are in Gastonia.
That is true. There's several communities. There's Winter Lake. There's Camber Woods, and there's a couple other communities in Gastonia that are absolutely beautiful. Robinson Oaks that are absolutely beautiful, and when people hear Gastonia or when they hear Gastonia, actually I was showing some people this past weekend. And Crystal, we came to your community. I didn't see your cars in the driveway, so I didn't bother you. The mother for the buyer, we went out. She was like, I used to live in Charlotte 20 years ago. My daughter's not looking in Gastonia. And I'm like, hold on. This area, like, I don't know what you heard. Different. Now, like any city, there's good areas and bad areas. Right. But Gastonia, when you talk about money, development, and just changing, it has undergone and going through it right now. The Fuse District, again, I mentioned those communities. It is, if you're looking for an opportunity to get in and not have to spend an arm and a leg, but watch your money take off and your investment take off, Gastonia is one of the places to be.
Yeah, one of my biggest clients is, and there you go, Crystal. There you go.
Crystal, West Gastonia. Yes.
Yeah, one of my biggest clients, man, lives in Gastonia. This guy is filthy rich. Okay, he's got probably 80 properties in Gastonia, and he won't leave Gastonia, right? And when I go to visit him at his office, he's right off of New Hope Road. He loves Gastonia, right? This is where he's planted his flag. He's ready to build 10 new homes in Gastonia for sale. For sale, folks out there that may think they want to go to Gastonia. It's not all bad. I promise you that.
No,
Growing up here in Charlotte, we never went to Gastonia. Like, we used to call it the gas house when I was growing up, right?
It was not even growing up. When I practiced law 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it was the gas house.
It's a gas house, yeah. So we never went to we never went to Belmont, right? Now Belmont is freaking
Belmont is
beautiful.
I love Belmont.
It's amazing.
Even Mount Holly, like the downtown Mount Holly has a brewery right there, Jack Beagles.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There you go. So there's a lot of nooks and crannies around the Charlotte Metro that are just amazing. I mean, we're 4 hours from Atlanta. Now, I don't want us to grow up to be in Atlanta, but we do have the land. Okay. Like, if you get outside of Charlotte when you come here and you drive around, you are going to think you just drove into the country. Okay. Because a lot of it on the outside of Charlotte is still rural. Okay. A whole bunch of it, but it is turning over really quickly. Another area I think too, man, is great is out by Kings Mountain, right? Got the casino coming up. There's a lot of bond money going out in that area. A lot of investors that I know are starting to buy out in that area too. I know one friend of mine, man, she actually moved her firm, her main office out to the Kings Mountain area. And she told me, Sean, you're going to miss out if you don't come out here. And I'm like, Kings Mountain? Really? She's like, dude,
yes,
you gotta come to Kings Mountain. Yeah. So I'm looking for investment properties out there myself because I know it's going to grow, man. When that casino opens up, like, it's just going to be crazy out there for sure.
Yeah.
You want to go, or if you're thinking about new construction, you want to go where all the developers are. They've already done the research, right? You've already done the research. If you can get in sooner than later, go there. You're talking about Harrisburg. You have Kannapolis right there. You have Concord. Go ahead, Tijuana. You about to talk about Kannapolis?
Don't sleep on Kannapolis.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you know last year Kannapolis sold over 300 houses? It was last year was over 300. But Harrisburg was like 200. So Kannapolis did better than Harrisburg.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
got a lot of money there though.
Oh yeah, it is.
A lot of money
really
there. NASCAR drivers out there, like, you got a lot of money.
Yeah. And I know
I'm about to pull up some stats for Kannapolis real quick. Give me 1 second and let you. I just want to give some reference.
I know someone right now building almost close to $1 million home, Niblock home,
right there
in Kannapolis.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there you go. Love it. Now that Niblock neighborhood out there too is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah, it is. No doubt about
Niblock
it.
is.
Let's get to Miss Wilson though, man. Miss Wilson had asked us this question like 3 times.
What
about Cornelius?
What about Cornelius? Go ahead. What do you have to say about Cornelius?
No, I mean, listen, I love going up to Cornelius personally. Now, listen, I don't like the traffic leaving out of Charlotte. Headed to Cornelius, right?
Right.
Because it
depends on the day. It depends on the time of day.
It does. I agree. Yeah. I agree.
Well, really?
Look at Tijuana.
What's the best time? Because
the best time is noon. Is noon.
What?
You don't want to go in the morning. You definitely don't want to go after work. Because
ride the HOV traffic.
Yeah, so I stay in that HOV lane.
I stay in the HOV lane. Yeah, I do. Me too. Ride the HOV lane and you'll get up there. But I love the area. But listen, I love being around the water in general. So you start talking about Cornelius, like Norman, Davidson's right around there, like Cheryl's Ford now blowing up. The Cornelius area, you absolutely cannot miss. Just be prepared that certain times of day, whether you're coming to Charlotte or going to Charlotte, right, or leaving Charlotte, you are going to get traffic coming across Lake Norman on I-77. It's just going to happen. So you got to stay
budget in the toll roads. Like, you're going to get a sticker and just go. Just budget it in. 100%. But no, Cornelius is a good area. Now, love to talk to you about price point because in that area, yes, you're over by the lake. The most bang for your buck in that area is, you mentioned it, Sean, I think it's Cheryl's Ford right now. Tons of every builder's there, not even tons. You have single family or townhomes to choose from. And then Cornelius, price gets up. Huntersville, is up there now. It's not as high as Mooresville or Cornelius, I don't believe. And it just really depends on what you're looking for. You can get some resale homes that are more cost efficient, but then brand new, they want to capitalize on the space. So you're looking at least 6, if not at least 7 new homes in that area.
Yeah, agree.
Now, what about raising a family? Because I've also been getting questions about families and everything like that. Suburbs that you believe are family friendly. Is Cornelius one of them? Just to preempt Ms. Wilson's question.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Sean.
No, go ahead, sis. Go ahead, please. Ladies first.
Thank you, y'all. Such gentlemen. So yeah, Cornelius, absolutely. It's definitely family oriented, family friendly. In fact, all of the areas are. You know what I'm saying? Their school district they have a good school district in Cornelius, as well as Harrisburg. Harrisburg has a really, really good school district.
I was going to lead with that. I got this sidetracked, but I love Harrisburg School District.
Yeah. Well, the prices be better towards the end of.
We'll get to that in a second. No, we don't want to. I just wanted you to read that, think about it. We're talking about family friendly right now.
Okay, yeah, family friendly. All right, we'll stay on task. Look, me and Tijuana both like, I don't know.
Yeah, but they have a lot of really neat things to do. You know, when the weather gets warmer, they have movies in the park and all type of festivals and different things. Yeah, they have really neat things. And all of these towns, really. I
was gonna say, all of these towns have like very something unique and eccentric about it, to where you have your own community within those towns. I'm thinking, Fort Mill, Tegakay. There's something going on, some kind of festival going on at least once or twice a month. So if you're an outdoor person and want to take advantage and just become part of the community, you have options at your fingertips. Now, you will have to search for them. They're not going to be broadcast, but we have some resources we can give you. But if you just Google is your friend, to where family friendly or even adult activities.
Right.
That's right.
Just to add to that conversation, I think the one thing that a lot of people miss as well, because we've got so many transplants here, we are in the South. And it doesn't feel like, when I think of the South, it doesn't feel like the South, but we are in the South, right? So there's still a lot of Southern, families all over the country, right? All over the world. But when you start thinking about like the South, being in the Bible Belt, right? I grew up in church every Sunday. I went to, vacation Bible school. There was no choice in this stuff. So family activity.
So you're gonna say you were in the choir as well? Come on, give it to me.
I was in the choir too. Yeah. I sang in the church choir.
I know. Give it to you.
Listen, led solos too. Now, okay, listen. Make me bust out my microphone.
I didn't know that. I did not know about the solos. I didn't know about the solos.
I was a soloist too, my friend. Yeah, I was a soloist too, man. I'm not gonna sing for y'all. Listen, somebody might try to sign me today if I start singing. Okay, I like real estate better. But so. Being here in the Bible Belt, man, it's a lot of family. I don't care where you go. You're going to find family activities probably in every nook and cranny, every suburb. I just don't think you can miss it. To Sarah's point, a lot of these master plan communities, especially these new ones, these master plan communities, they set them up, unless you're talking about 55 and up, but they set them up, man, where you have playgrounds and you got clubhouses and you got swimming pools and you've got things, man, for people to do with their families and with their kids if they have kids. So I don't think you can go wrong. Moving to Charlotte is a great decision. I'll just put it down. I will. Looks like my internet's dragging too.
No worries. Well, go ahead, Tijuana.
I was going to say, I know I get a lot of questions from people that are relocating, and they're always like, well, what's the best area? And I said, that's a loaded question.
That is a very tough one to answer. I get that often as well. Yeah.
Right. Because
which area would you live in? Right.
Right. Yeah. Because every single area provides a level of convenience, amenities. I mean, it really just boils down to where are you working? You know what I'm saying? How far of a commute do you want to be from where you're working? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever is important to you, because every area provides just a level of amenities and comfortability and, convenience.
I asked them a couple questions like, what are you into? Right? Because certain areas, those amenities pertain to what your interests are. Right? So like, what are you into? Because every area has a little bit of everything, but then certain areas have more of that one thing that you may be interested in, or is more convenient for you.
That's right.
So yeah, it really comes down. That's a very loaded question, as you said, and everybody's different. You have your own different interest, and you just have to do your research, and we'll help you be a resource for that. But it's really something that you all would have to just decide on your own. So the dev. Will the prices be better towards the end of 2024 in Concord? I will just quickly answer no. But who wants to elaborate on that for me?
Yeah.
Sean, we'll wait for a second. We'll bring him back in a second.
Okay.
Tijuana, tell me about, do you believe prices will be better? Well, better as far as for homeowners? Yes, I think prices will be better. They'll get more for their property. But for buyers, what do you think?
I don't think so, because I feel like 2024 is definitely going to be that year it's going to be a hot year. And so what I mean by that is there's going to be competition. It drives up the prices, and so with those prices going up, well, there's your answer.
And so not just prices going up. So it's going to be a confluence of two things, right? Prices are going to go up. And as interest rates come down, more buyers are going to come into the market, even pushing the prices up faster than they probably should be, right?
Exactly.
So it's one of those things. I don't believe waiting will help you if you're now in. I do want to touch on this. I saw another real estate agent report here about the Charlotte region. He talked about how the median sale price, and we can get into the chart, has gone down to 370, and the highest has been in the Charlotte area is 400,000. Now, what I see is, depending on your price point, if you talk about, is it better towards the end of 2024 at the luxury property, I can consider luxury 2 times the median. So what, 800,000 and above? Maybe, because there's less of those houses coming on the market and selling.
Right.
So because less of those properties are selling, you have more properties selling in that, and talk about Concord area, $200,000 to $400,000 range. So it's going to drag the price down to where it looks like it's better. But if you're in the market for looking at those properties, you'll see that it's still going very, very fast and going above asking.
Yes.
So the numbers say one thing, but depending on the questions you ask the numbers, you can be lied to or misled, I should say.
What happened to everyone?
His internet was slacking a little bit. So he has the link. I'm about to text him real quick for him to join back when his internet comes. We got some more questions. I don't know if you see this question. It says, are you guys aware of any areas on the water with no HOA?
With no HOA.
It depends on which water, because we have Mountain Owl Lake. That was me texting you, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I heard it. Sean's on there too. You have Mountain Owl Lake, you have Lake Norman, you have Lake Wiley, you have the Catawba River. So it really depends on which water you're talking about. But all right, he's coming back right now. Go ahead. It really depends. Now, finding homes with no HOA in the greater Charlotte area is just difficult. It's not impossible. But if you're on the water, even if you don't have an HOA, you will have to deal with Duke Energy. because they control the easement for all the water line, the coastline. So there are going to be certain things you can and can't do, even though it's your property. So I just want you to be aware of that, to where if you're trying to get away from all oversight and not have to have anybody in your business, if you're on the water in the greater Charlotte region, there's a 90% chance that is going to be a Duke Energy easement on your water.
Yeah.
Like on your lot somewhere.
Yeah. I actually just visited a home yesterday. It was a for sale by owner in Concord. Beautiful home built in 2022. And they're relocating back to Charlotte back to New York to be close to the family. And they are on, they're kind of like right off the lake. Like you can see the lake from different parts of their house, and there's no HOA out there. I would be more than happy to share more information about that if you're interested.
How can somebody get in contact with you?
You can call me or you can text me. I can be reached at 704-777-1793.
Give it to me one more time. 704.
Okay. 777.
Yep.
1793. Or you can email me. My first name, Tijuana, Tijuana, at prime1.net.
So I'm trying to write it and put it in the chat right now.
Okay.
Tijuana at Prime 1. The number one?
The number one.
All right. That's what I believe it was, but I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. All right. I'm submitting it. Contact information, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, you should be able to see and be able to reach out to Tijuana. She's a business partner. She is my sister. And I trust her. I go to her for advice.
And I go to you and Sean for advice. That's right. We big happy.
We just lean on each other.
We do.
We're about to get Sean back in. What's going on, brother?
Hey. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Let me say what's up to Dan Frio. Dan Frio is a mortgage broker out of the Chicago area. Well, he spends his time halfway in Chicago, halfway in Florida. Has a YouTube page, but he just drops knowledge and insight regarding mortgages and mortgage rates. So if you're unfamiliar with him, check him out. It has been a long time. We got to do this now that I have stable connection. We tried to do something one time or a couple times, and my internet connection was sort of like yours was today, Sean. It was
not too good today. Okay, look, hopefully it's gonna last now.
So this one is I miss you too. And this question right here was from Just Here, and this one hits close to home because I recently did a video about this. I did it probably late November, but I put it out yesterday talking about no one's coming to save you regarding buying a home or if you're waiting and all that stuff. I knew it was going to ruffle some feathers, but this is what it had to do with. The question is, do you believe Charlotte is being a home rental portal? My neighborhood just closed out, and the majority of owners do not live in North Carolina and are renting out their home here. Again, this is something I touched on. We see this quite often right now, and in a lot of major cities. It's not just Charlotte. You're seeing people got amped when they saw these investors sell all their homes in 2022 or early 2023, and they didn't realize what was going on. The sellers, those investors were selling those older homes just to have that capital. And what you see going on right now are tons of new home communities, brand new homes, just for rent. So yes, that is my fear, that a lot of, not the entire city or the Charlotte region, but because businesses and corporations see the growth, the economic growth in the area, that means it's going to bring the population. And if you have all these rental units, they need to live somewhere.
Right.
So that is a fear, and it is happening. What are you all seeing?
Yeah, I would add to that real quick, man. you may have seen, I think December. I forgot what Democrat it was, man, introduced legislation.
Oh, yeah. I saw it.
You remember that? Yeah, he introduced legislation, man, to try to force hedge funds out of buying homes.
Yep.
And if the you remember, right? If it passed, okay, listen, it depends on, again, what side you're on, right? We all invest, okay? So, but what they were saying, though, is that they would like for hedge funds to have to sell all of their inventory over a 10-year period, okay, and get them out of the marketplace altogether. Also, when Joe Biden got in office, he did also pass some legislation that if you were an investor going to get a conventional loan, that you were going to pay, 1.5 to 2 points higher in interest, right? So now that the rates are a little bit higher just here, we're starting to see, less investors get into the marketplace. Now they're starting to try subject to and a lot of different tactics to try to buy homes because they can't really borrow money as cheaply as they could before. And then hopefully, some of the builders, I know there are a few builders here in Charlotte, of course, that don't allow investors to buy at all. It really depends on the price point, right? LGI Homes, for example, they are open to anybody. You can come in and buy Meritage Homes, for example. They will let investors come in.
Yeah.
Certain Pulte communities, you can get investors in.
That's right. It's really, and what I see, man, it's really price point dependent on whether or not the neighborhood will allow, people to come in, investors, namely, to come in and buy. But money is a lot more expensive. So you do see a little bit less investors going in and competing and buying the homes up.
And real quick, so those new home communities that are popping up for lease right now, you have to take a step back. Like, when were those financed? Those were financed in 2020, 2021, early 2022. So they had low financing. Now we're not seeing those things come up, large swaths of land being built just for that now, being bought and built for that now. But they took advantage, which I was trying to encourage every individual homeowner to take advantage of those low interest rates because the builders did it. Right? The builders did it. So if you want to, success leaves clues. If you want to see what's happening, see what people with money, the builders or whatever, see what they're doing, where they're going. One suburb I do want to touch on that I overlooked, but for this past quarter, I had 3-4 people move there, is York, South Carolina. York, South Carolina has every builder there, and you're talking about value. You're talking 2,500 square feet, if not larger, for $380, $390 with quality materials. Hardy board siding, excellent, beautiful finishes on the inside. And that's just typically at that price point, you're typically not going to get those things closer into Charlotte.
Very true. Very true. I just don't like to drive to York, South Carolina. Okay.
Bring them, give them to me.
It's okay. No, I'll pass on that. My clients like to work with me, and I really appreciate them and love them. Okay. But I've got 4 in the contract out in York right now. So, I was out there actually yesterday in York. So, just Charlotte back to my house anyway, where I live in University. It's about a 45-minute drive, depending on traffic. So, it's nothing to it. So, I do go out there. But you're right. Price points out there. This is why my buyers ended up out there. Okay.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, one of my buyers is from Detroit. Okay. She makes it very clear I grew up in the hood. Okay. And I'm going to live out here with these sheep and this cattle because the housing prices are cheaper. Okay. I can get back to Charlotte pretty quickly. And I got a nice, big, beautiful home for under $400,000. Okay.
I think there was, which community is she in? Wilkerson?
Wilkerson place.
Wilkerson, they had 3,000 square foot homes for under 400,000, huge, 16-foot islands in the kitchen.
Come on, man. No, not only that, man, because you're buying with True Homes, she got to go to showroom and pick out all the dang on finishes for this home. Okay,
there might be 3 or 4 builders in the Charlotte area that still do that. And I might be stretching by saying 4.
Stretching. And if they do it, you're paying well above 500,000, maybe even
Right.
6. True Homes
That's
is
right.
doing this at a $300,000 price
Yeah.
range, letting you come to
Yeah.
showroom and pick out your fix.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was the draw for them. One from New York and then one from Detroit in that neighborhood. And they're like, man, are you kidding me? Why would I pay, for the same home in the Charlotte city limits, $200,000 more? Why would I do that? Like
At least $200,000 more.
Yeah, take me to York, South Carolina. I drive 45 minutes.
And what they don't realize, and most people don't realize, is that York, South Carolina, in terms of building permits, as far as commercial and residential, has the largest in the greater Charlotte region. So all the development is coming there. They have good schools, good employment opportunities. So especially like if you don't have to leave York, it is a win-win. So those people that are okay. Actually, had some clients that were living in Still Creek, and Still Creek is a southern part of Charlotte, still Charlotte proper. They were looking, and I'm like, they're in their price point, and we saw something in York. The home was huge compared to what they had, and it was only 15, 20 minutes additional commute.
Dream Finders.
It wasn't Dream Finders. It was
because I was talking about
Ridge, Century Communities.
Okay, no, I was at a Dream Finders yesterday, doing a final walkthrough for another New Yorker. Oh God, I'm like, man, why you move here, sir? Right? But no, Mandy and I were talking about you. I think you got
Mandy.
a home. You got a home on the contract across the street from mine. Yeah, I think you do, man. So she was like, "Oh, you and Sir together now?" I was like, she was like, "Oh my God," like in her British accent. She's like, "Oh my God."
Mandy is a trip. Mandy's a trip. I love Mandy. Yeah. So and she can get anything with that accent. She can say whatever she wants with that accent.
I love it, man.
Where is Mandy from?
Somewhere in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in the UK, but she's lived in quite a few places though. From my conversation with her. But she was telling me though, they've got 2 homes left in that neighborhood. Okay. And they're getting ready to build another neighborhood out in York, about 15 minutes from that one. Manchester, something with an M. I know that for sure. I think they're gonna have maybe 75 or so homes. She said it used to be an old farm. And Dream, is it Dream Finders? Dream Finders.
Dream Finders.
Dream Finders. Yeah. They bought the land out there, so they can already start this new neighborhood. And she's like, "Come on out, man, get some video and things like that." But I think it's going to be great. To your point, man, the builders are going to York. Taxes are cheaper in South Carolina. You typically have better schools in South Carolina because of it. So, you know what? Listen, guys, maybe you want to move across the border, man, and get to South Carolina. Or Harrisburg, or just stay in Charlotte with me. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. Many opportunities, though.
There really
of opportunities.
There really is.
One thing I wanted to touch on. Sorry, I'm trying to see if there's any questions I did not touch on, didn't get to. Just here, grammar, it happens to the best of us. Don't worry about the grammar.
Yeah, it's okay.
And it might have just been how I read it. Sometimes I can't read. The one thing I do want to touch on is the insurance increase that's being proposed. Right now, if you are unaware of it, we're going to talk about it here. And after this, I will put a link in the description to where if you're a homeowner or want to contest this insurance rate increase, please let your voice be heard. People just were able to vote. We need to take advantage of it, right? Because the people who are going to create these rules and laws that's going to impact us all. So make sure we hold everybody accountable, right?
42% increase. How do you propose a 42% increase on homeowners? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
2% to where, again, it goes back to what I said earlier, my clients and just potential homeowners on the margin. That's my biggest fear, because you've busted your butt, you've worked this hard to save up, and you got a pre-approval that says, hey, you're at 350, and you can afford it right now. You can get approved right now. You wait to the end of the year, and that insurance increase has been approved. Well, now you can't get now your pre-approval, your qualification is gone because you don't you don't make the debt to income ratio.
Right.
So waiting is just, again, yes, we're real estate agents, and every situation is different. And if you come to me, some people I let them know, like, look, just wait. I had somebody recently in December. I'm like, just wait. We'll find what we need to find. No need to rush it.
Right.
But if you're on the margins, waiting may not be your best option.
That's right.
I don't think it's the best option in general. And you said a mouthful when you said we're real estate agents, right?
Yeah.
Some people are going to think that we're trying to sell them something. Okay. I can go back to when I started in real estate back in 2017. My buyers, most of my buyers, as a matter of fact, were all first-time home buyers. But the vast majority of them didn't have the credit either to buy a home. So there was a process to get them prepared, okay, to be able to buy a home. Some of my people, okay, now and Tijuana, you know this probably better than most. The home prices back then, okay, talked to Roger Joyner yesterday. In 2018, I got Roger Joyner a 5-bedroom home, 2,800 square feet with LGI homes for $245,000. Okay. And I remember my buyers back then telling me, Sean, that is too expensive for Charlotte. Okay.
I remember it as well. I remember it.
Yeah. That's insane, right? To think about that.
The same thing people were saying today. Like, why would anybody pay that price? Nobody's going to do it. And here we are.
They do it every day.
Here we are. Here we are. So we go into COVID. And all those people that would tell me, oh, we're going to wait till the prices come down. We're going to wait till the prices come down. We're going to wait. Now, those same people, when I call them and check in, they're like, man, Sean, I should have listened and bought a home back then.
That's right.
Because those people that bought back then, I'm actually putting their homes on the market, right now. Okay. They got $200,000 in equity.
That's right.
They've got more money than they've ever seen in their lives. Right. And some of them are like, I'm going to sell and go rent.
Right.
For a year.
How about it?
Right. They're like, man, I got $200,000.
Right.
So now we're in this marketplace where people are doing the same thing. I'm going to wait. The price is going to come down. Okay. We're going to see a lot of foreclosures. I just saw a report today. Okay. About foreclosures. Okay. Foreclosures they're up, but they're down. They're up from where they were during COVID because of forbearance, right? But they're still down from where they were from pre-COVID levels. Okay, so we're not seeing a ton of foreclosures hit the marketplace because everybody has a ton of equity. They're smart enough now to say, you know what? Instead of you taking my home from me, I'm going to sell it, get my windfall, right? And I'm going to keep on moving. So the people that are sitting on the sideline now waiting for the rates to come down and waiting for the price, you're in trouble. Okay. Yeah. You're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in shock. Right now is probably the best time to buy a home because you can get a good deal on one. Yeah. I've got sellers that are listing their homes and immediately telling me right now, Sean, offer closing costs. Okay, this is something we used to have to go in and ask for. Hey, list my home at this price and give $10,000 in closing costs. Okay, sellers are really ready to. They're not going to drop their price as much, but they are ready to wheel and deal right now. Okay,
because they understand their competition is new construction, and the new construction is offering that. And you've done a good job educating them, and believe we all have, and they understand that that's what's going to get it done. But they're still, when they offer that, they're still getting asking price, if not more.
If not more. That's right.
And you don't really want to ask for the price to come down too low because that hurts you. You know what I'm saying? It definitely hurts you as well when you're buying, as the purchaser. So those incentives are more impressive.
They are. I agree.
They're more impressive. Yeah.
So real quick, I was trying to find something. Give me 1 second.
Coach Renee, yes, it will be saved. I'll just let you know so you can hear that. Yeah, Coach Robin Renee. It will be here for you to view it later. Thank you for watching too. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank y'all so much. And for the questions and interaction. Thank you.
All right.
I mean, listen, as we speak right now, I just got a text message, from a seller. Somebody that sold a home back in 2021. just text me just now. I said, hey, my tenants are going to be moving out on 2/29/24. Can you please put the house on the market? Just like that. Let's go. Let's go. And guess what? They're going to walk away with about $200,000 in equity too. So let's go get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
So you mentioned foreclosures and bankruptcies. Those of you watching, I put up a chart right now from Housing Wire where it talks about that, and you'll see where, yes, foreclosures are up, but they're significantly down from 2019, definitely 2014 levels. And if you compare it to the middle of the screen, 08, 09, it is probably an eighth of that.
Right.
So while it has increased, we're still not even back to normal.
No, not at all.
So please, when you hear reports and when you're listening to people, they like to use percentages. Yes, foreclosures may be up 200%.
Right.
But year over year, that's because we were in a moratorium. There was no foreclosures taking place.
Right.
That's right.
So in the video yesterday as well, where I ruffled some feathers, who you listen to matters. Who you take counsel from matters. Is that person elevating you, but also keeping it real with you? Or are they telling you every reason why something can't work? And people have been saying why you should not buy for the since 2010?
Forever. Yeah,
since 2010. But people that bought then, they're sitting on at least $200,000 worth of equity.
That's right. That's right.
No doubt about it. Can I tell Shantae real quick? Shantae is watching this video and text me, can she list that home for me? No, Shantae. I'm sorry. We'll go ahead.
Shantae's actually doing an open house for me this weekend. So thank you, Shantae.
Okay.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Another question. The Oakhurst area, good area to buy. What do you say?
I can imagine we're talking about Oakhurst, zip code 28216 off of Brookshire. I believe this is what you're speaking of.
That's what I would assume too.
Yeah. I've got an Airbnb right across the street.
You do?
Yeah, I sure do. Yeah, my Airbnb is right there. So I actually like that area. You're not too far from Uptown Charlotte. If you jump on Brookshire, leaving Oakhurst, you'd be in Uptown in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you're looking for convenience, an area that's going to be up and coming, Oakhurst is not too bad. As a matter of fact, you've got I know Mattamy Homes has a new community over there, townhome community. There's another builder there with a new community also. So no, I don't think it's too bad over there. You're not too far from Riverbend area there as well too. If you drive on down Brookshire
right there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about it? You know much about that area?
Agree. I absolutely agree. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Yeah,
no, I totally agree. It's one of those areas where you can get in now. Ideally, would have been to get in 3 years ago, right? But get in now before all the development takes place, because even if you buy a dated home, which I recommend, you can still get it at a very good price. And if you just look around,
do updates and stuff.
Within 5 to 10 years, people are just going to knock those down and build some mini mansions.
Right. You know what? Speaking of that, man, I actually sold a listing over there in Oakhurst. I think we closed maybe November of last year. And the house had some deferred maintenance. We had a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, roughly 1,700 square feet or so. And my seller didn't want to make any repairs on the home. She wanted to just kind of get out of it. She already picked another home. She's going to pay cash for it. And we put our house on the market at $330. Well, of course, interest rates were elevated at that time for sure. And then her home needed, cabinets, carpet, repainted. Like, it had a lot of deferred maintenance. Man, the new buyers got that home for $300,000. Okay, $300,000 they got that home for, and I know the home is worth at least $350 in good condition. So they know how to do the work themselves. People that bought the home, they're going to go in. They own the flooring company. They're going to go in and do all the work themselves, and they got instant equity just like that. Man, it's done.
Yeah,
you know.
right.
So yeah, I mean, I think you look for deals like that if you're not afraid of them.
If you haven't already and you follow this channel, please watch the video I put out yesterday. Nobody's coming to save you, where I mentioned this to where good deals and great deals, they aren't found, they're created. Where you may see an opportunity in a certain area, but you align yourself with the right people, the right team, and you can create those good deals.
Right.
That's right. That's
to where,
right.
like you said, he's going to go there. His buyer went in and got tons of equity, or the buyer for the seller is going to have tons of equity because they listened to someone and found a property that needed some work. There was a slight opportunity, and then they just took full advantage of it. And that can happen in any area here in the greater Charlotte region, but you just have to partner up and be aware of it and not just get distracted by the shiny objects or the new deal might be new construction, but you just have to, again, see your options and weigh them.
Right. The other thing too is that you can finance the rehab portion of any renovations. So you can purchase these homes, like you said, your client went and purchased a home for $300,000, and they can finance the portion to rehab it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they can. They can.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you've even got services out there now. You even got services out there now, man, that actually come in and do the work up front, and you just pay at closing.
That's
right. So there's a ton of options out there like that as well, too. There's no doubt about it.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Right.
Don't be afraid to ask. There's always something. There's something, some way that it can work, and it will work.
Indeed. I agree 100%. Yeah.
One second. I'm trying to find, there's this article talking about, so Tijuana, I'm picking on me and Sean right now. We like food. So there's a Lowe's food expanding to Waxhaw.
It is.
Coming this year. Yes.
This guy.
It is.
Coming to Waxhaw. So when you talk about just growth and everything and convenience, one of the kickers for me that was kind of downside for Waxhaw was that it was once you live in the Charlotte area, you get spoiled. So when I say so far, it's 35, 40 minutes. It may not be far for you. But when you're used to traveling 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm like, it's not as many amenities in Waxhaw. Now you do get larger lots, you get beautiful homes, you get excellent schools. But the amenities, here we have Lowe's coming to the area and other things. It's on a 100-acre mixed-use development. It's going to have tons of other options and commercial spaces for the residents right there in Waxhaw and Marvin.
Yeah.
And Waxhaw is amazing for those of you that have not been there before. You talk about large lots, like, I mean, hey,
homes.
I just had a property. I listed it last week. I listed it last Thursday. Within 3 days, it went under contract.
Yeah.
Tons of interest on a half-acre lot. Beautiful home. It was over mid-eights. So when you think about it, you wonder, like, are people buying still? That home was just about twice the average sales price in the Charlotte area.
Right.
And it went in 3 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
I would say do not sleep on Charlotte, okay? The Charlotte Greater Metro, because if we talk about year-over-year home prices, last year up to now, we saw an increase right around 4% in home prices. That's going to continue. So I sold a home here in Allen Mills, okay, last month. They bought this home for $425,000. We sold it for $850,000 last week. Okay.
Were they married?
Huh?
Were they married?
They were married.
Okay. Reason why I ask is
I was say you know them.
Reason why I ask is there's benefits of being married in the United States, to where they got that much profit and they don't have to pay any taxes on it because they're a married couple.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No. That's all I was saying, man. No, like, I mean, that's a lot of equity for that young couple in that very short amount of time. I mean, you're talking $400,000 they walked away with almost.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't believe. And that's crazy, right?
What did they do? Did they just live in the property?
They did. They just
and got $400,000 for just living in it.
They bought a Blythe by MI Homes. Okay, beautiful home. Okay, you just sold a Blythe. That's what yours did, right?
I just sold a Blythe.
Yeah. So I think yours had the high ceilings in it. Your listing. They added the additional bedroom and loft area.
I mean, that's an additional. That means that home was over 4,000 square feet.
Over 4,000 square feet, 3-car garage, beautiful home, beautiful neighborhood, great schools, and walked away with that kind of money, man. These folks are not even 35 yet. Okay.
Wow.
Yep. Not even 35.
And that is why you buy real estate as soon as you can. Now, not any deal, right? But you get on the property ladder. Your first home, chances are, is not going to be your last home. It's not going to be your dream home.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Get on the property ladder, live in it, because you're going to live somewhere, right? You're going to be paying somebody. Live in it. And this couple under 35 years old just lived in the home for 4 years, raised their family. I'm assuming they have kids.
They do,
with the home that size.
Yep.
And now they're going to have 400,000. And let's just say they have to use 100,000 for the new home. They still have $300,000. The only thing they did was live in a home.
Yeah.
Right?
Love it.
So,
I'm gonna tell you, if you don't mind me sharing a quick story, man, about what you talked, the same subject. Hey Nelson, how you doing, man? So before I got into real estate in my past life, man, I had a sales director in the company I worked with, and I watched him, on a salary, a 6-figure salary, buy $1 million home. And I went and asked him, like, how did you do that? Who gave you that money? He said, no. He said, man, when I was, at that time, Adam had to be about 34, 35. Okay. Adam said, man, when I was in my 20s, I moved out of my apartment, moved in with my grandmother, slept in her basement, and I saved enough money to go buy the worst home in a great neighborhood. Okay. He said, I lived in that home and I fixed it up while I was living there. He said, in 2 years, I had fixed it up enough to flip that investment, and I put $100,000 in my pocket. I took that money, went and bought another home. So long story short, he did this every 2 years. Bought a fixer-upper in a great neighborhood with the money he made from the last home. And by the time that I was ready to leave that company and get into real estate full time, we were having this conversation, and he had just closed on $1 million home on a golf course because he was not afraid. You're right. He was not afraid to buy a fixer-upper and live in it and fix it up. Everybody wants to move in the perfect home the first time. You don't have to do that.
No, especially, go ahead, Tijuana.
Oh, no, I was going to say, when you're purchasing in any type of property, that's like a bank. That is your bank. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because there's so many options. You can sell it and get the money. You can refi and pull out money. You can, I mean, it's just so many options. So as the media would have you to think that it's better to rent, it's not. It really is not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
And it's not just the media. Like your employers want you to rent.
Yeah.
The reason why is because I know a lot of investors want you to rent.
Right.
Because people don't understand, like, these employers like have a lot of stock invested in these investment and money in these investment funds.
Right.
So they're basically, it's like a campus almost. They own where you live. You're renting, you're paying them as they pay you. It's quite it's quite weird. And as soon as you can get on the property ladder, it's just better for you. And the reason why he did it every 2 years, again, align yourself with the right people. Because our tax code, you have to know the rules and how to play the game. Every 2 years, if you live in a property 2 out of the 5 years as your primary residence, you can sell that property. And if the gains is less than $250,000 as a single individual, you get to pocket all of it without paying any taxes.
Preach.
And then if you're married, you can do the same thing up to $500,000.
Preach.
Yep.
And then there's some legislation trying to increase that right now.
Right.
But still, like if you're young, don't have any kids, I just know like we moved around all the time because we had nothing really tying us, no schools to the area, like tied to the location. So if you're young, if you're in a position to be able to buy your first home, actually we helped a gentleman. I don't know if it was his first home or not when you were on your camping trip. Get in. Lock it in.
Camping trip.
Yeah, not camping trip. In the camping retreat. I'm sorry. Camping retreat. It was business related, folks. It was business related. I was not going. But it's just when we help somebody to where like he's getting in. He's going to hold on to it for 2-3 years. The area is in flux. He's going to have at least, we did the math, at least $30,000-$40,000 equity by the end of the year. It's just a win-win.
It's a win-win. Yeah, it's a win-win.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it does. There's a lot of opportunity, okay? There really is, especially in the Charlotte market. Listen, the city's growing, lots of jobs, lots of construction. You drive around this city, man. Listen, sir is going to tease me for this because I told him I listen to Solange sometimes. Okay, and he was like, Solange, who listens to that? I do. Okay, yeah, I like Solange. Okay,
he makes fun of me for my music as well.
I sure do, pal. I do. Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm still confused, but anyway, when you drive around the city, man, she had this song called Cranes. Okay, when you drive around the city, man, like all you see are cranes in the sky around Charlotte. Like, I mean, the growth is tremendous. Okay, we've gotten so fancy that little old downtown is what I grew up calling it. Okay, you New Yorkers came down here, and now all of a sudden it's uptown.
Uptown.
Okay? Yeah, it's uptown now, right? I had somebody correct me. What are you talking about downtown? It's uptown. Ma'am, I grew up here, not you. Okay, it is downtown, lady. All right, but yeah, so like you can't go wrong. Hospitals, tech, okay, you name it, man. Charlotte has it all.
You have healthcare, tech, manufacturing. You go to Gastonia, you go to Kings Mountain. You got Cleveland County, even up north, Rowan. You have
beaches,
banking.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, that is like you have everybody.
Public
here.
Transportation now.
Public transportation, light rail. Listen, you want to go skiing? You can get there in 2.5 hours. Okay. You want to go to the beach? You can get there in 3 hours. Right. You want to go to Atlanta? You can get there 4 hours. You want to go to DC? 6 hours. We are in, I call it God's country. Okay, in Charlotte, man. We are. Well, I do, man. I call it God's country, man, because everything I want, okay, is within reach. Everything I want, man. Good food, entertainment. Like, it's just a great place to be. It's a mini melting pot. Okay, it really is. I love it.
The weather is good.
Weather is good.
Really good, right?
They're gonna make fun of me. I'm in shorts. I'm in shorts about 85-90% of the time.
Yeah.
I hope not today.
He probably does, Tijuana.
I got shorts on today.
Listen, sis. Look here. Last year, before we started the partnership, okay? Last year, man, I'm out at Taylor Morrison out in the Palisades, Northreach, with some clients, right? Sir just happened to know these same people. Okay, so I went outside, man. It was cold as a dickens outside. I go outside, man, and come back in, and here goes Sir Ashton talking to my clients with a baseball cap on, like you see him now. Okay, a black hoodie sweatshirt like that. This joker had on some shorts, some socks pulled up to his knee, and some Crocs. And I was like,
"Oh my Jesus!"
I was like,
"No."
The Lord said, "Come as you are."
The Lord said, "Come." Listen, I was like, "Wait a minute!" Look, I'm scratching my head. I was like, "The great Sir Ashley is out here, man, with shorts on and a sweatshirt and some Crocs, like, and his client was as professional as they come, right?" Hey, but now that I know this guy, I know why he can pull that off, man. The guy's a genius. Right. Okay? I love him to death.
That's right.
But the weather is freaking amazing in Charlotte, man. You can't beat it, okay? You cannot beat it. It used to snow when I was a kid here, okay? We ain't seen snow, what, 2-3 years now?
Yeah, it's been a minute. I am ready for some snow a little bit.
Yeah, my daughters want some snow. My daughters want some snow.
And the beautiful thing is that it doesn't stick around.
Fun, man.
Right. Yeah.
No,
It doesn't stay
now,
long.
No, it
And then
doesn't.
they shut everything down, so you get to really enjoy it.
Yeah. Can I just tell you, I love y'all? Like
I love you too. I love
you too.
sir.
Love you too.
Yes.
Yes.
I love y'all too. Yes.
So we're going on an hour, 15 minutes. I don't want to keep y'all too long, but I do want to go on this. I want to end on this. And if there's any other questions, we'll gladly address those if you have any come up. Now I want to talk about entertainment. Somebody's coming to Charlotte. Where did you recommend they go to enjoy either a restaurant, enjoy a nice night out? What would you say? I'll go with you,
ladies first. Listen, Tijuana's a food connoisseur. Okay, you talking about we like to eat. I saw Tijuana eat some crazy stuff. So go ahead.
Yeah.
One of my favorite
our palate isn't as refined.
Yeah, one of my favorite places still is Steak 48. Like I still that's still like one of my faves. And I mean the service, I'm real big on service. Okay. And the service is impeccable. The food is great. I mean, it's just a really, really nice atmosphere and experience. So that's like one of my faves still. That's kind of like top of the line for me. Entertainment wise, we do a lot of stuff. We going out tonight.
So that is why everyone. So our live stream had to be at 4:00 today because
she had a date with her husband.
Tijuana's going on the date, and we can't mess with that. We can't mess with that. So we understand.
She did, boy. She's like, I got a date with my husband. 4:00 is good for me.
That's right. Funny. That's right.
Hold on, where y'all going, Tijuana, on Thursday night?
We're going to go in Noda. The Noda district, and I don't know which restaurant we're gonna go to yet, because he's planning it. But it's I don't know. He plans really good stuff, so I know it's in Noda though.
Okay, so let me say this real quick. So all of you men that are out there married, okay, I want you to hear what she just said, Tijuana. I just came to your anniversary celebration. How long you been married?
Oh yeah.
How long?
30
years. Yeah. So, men, I want you to hear how Derek has kept his wife. Okay,
Derek setting that bar really high.
Yeah, he set the bar high. She don't even know where she going tonight. All she know is she got a date. Okay, that's all she know. That's how you stay married 30 years. But I love it. Love it. Yes. Well, I hope y'all have fun.
Bianca's saying Cabo Fish Taco. That's a nice place too.
Bianca. Okay, Bianca.
That's a good place. That is a good place. Yeah.
No. So what I like, listen, I think you've been there with me, sir. Tim, I'm not sure you've been, but I love to go to Brick Tops over by South Park.
I knew it was going to be Brick Tops.
I knew it was going to be
Brick Tops.
Listen, man, I love.
So we going to Brick Tops. They knew exactly where Sean's seats was. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Listen. I love Brick Tops, man. Listen, I was not a steak eater. Okay, I think you guys know me. I'm a real picky eater. But I had a steak out there, and I tell you what, now I'm a steak connoisseur. I love to go to Brick Tops because it is upscale casual, is what I'll call it, right? You know, when you walk into that restaurant, it's straight money. Okay, I mean, you can clearly look around and see who's in this restaurant, okay?
But it's not pretentious either, because you said it's upscale casual, right? But it's not pretentious. That's what I like about it.
I love going, man. We go every Saturday, okay? I mean, every Saturday.
Wow. He said
every Saturday.
Yeah, it's every Saturday, sis. If I ask my wife, babe, listen, you want to go to dinner tonight? We're going to Brick Tops? Yeah, we're going to Brick Tops, I guess. Yeah. Going to Brick Tops. Yep. So we love to go to Brick Tops, man. The atmosphere is amazing. And entertainment wise, you know, although Tijuana and I are about the same age, man, I'm not as lively as Tijuana. Okay, I don't do the entertainment scene. My entertainment's right here at home with the wife and the kids, man. So I know Tijuana, your kids are gone and grown. Okay.
Now, with that said, Sean likes to have events, though. He brings entertainment to him. He likes events. He brings entertainment to him. Yeah,
I do. I love a good party. Now I love a good event.
That's his mama's boy. That's his
mama's boy.
That's right. That's what she's gonna throw a great event.
the crazy thing is, man, I love to have events, but I want to stand on the wall when I have them. Okay, like I want everybody else to have fun. Okay,
exactly. Just want to have everybody else enjoy themselves, have a good time.
That's exactly right. That's
too many people like have so much going on in the world that I'm like you, Sean. I just like to see people sit back, relax, let your hair down if you have it. If you like me, Sean, you don't have any, but just sit back, relax, and just enjoy it, even if it's for a couple hours.
Right.
Like, that's what I like to see people do.
Me too.
Where they stressed about everyday life can really get to you.
Listen, hold on. Let me say this real quick, T1. I think Sir forgot that I go to bed at 8:00 too. Okay.
Yes.
8:30. Sir actually texted me the other night, and I just so happened to have my phone in my hand. This joker at his neighbor's house at it had to be 11.
Come on, you don't have to do this. Go ahead. Go. You can do it.
It might as well have been midnight. As far as I'm concerned, it probably was like 9, but it felt like midnight to me. Okay. And this joker, man, he sends me a picture with 3 shot glasses and they on fire. Okay, fire on the top of the shot glasses. And he was like, "Hey, come on out and have a drink with me." And I'm like, "That's a damn mind." Are you crazy, Sir Ashley? Yeah, this dude. So listen, y'all, don't y'all get it twisted. That man like to have fun, just like Tijuana. Okay, so if you come to Charlotte and think I'm gonna take y'all to go party, you better call one of them too. Okay, I'm not going to party.
We can party. We can party. But I just have a rule. Granted, I have my cell phone, but I have a rule: no cell phones, no cameras, none of that. Can't do it. That's the rule. That's the rule.
No camera. Oh
gosh.
No, we can definitely party, have a good time. So me, so restaurant. I talk about it all the time. I like to go to Kingsley in Fort Mill.
Okay.
And it has tons of different restaurants, but my favorite restaurant in there is Epic Chop House. Epic Chop House is a steakhouse, but they have seafood, tons of wine, a great bar, great atmosphere. I like that. And then Kingsley also has this Asian fusion space called Spice. So I like going there, just sit back, relax, and it's right on it's in Kingsley, and there's a pond, a glorified lake. You can sit back, relax, and just enjoy the atmosphere. And then going out, I like to do a little bit of everything. I love going to Hornets games. I used to be a season ticket holder until we were awful regularly, and I'm like, that's just throwing money away. But like going there, I'm going to see Cat Williams later this month.
Okay.
Yeah, Coliseum. So there's tons of things to do in the greater Charlotte area. If you
God knows it is.
And look and see what's happening.
Charlotte on the cheap is a really good resource.
That's a good resource.
It is.
Yeah, that's a really good resource.
It is. It really is. Hey, Tanya.
Yeah. What's going on, Tanya? Tanya and I. All of us go way back.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
So how can people, as we wrap up, before we wrap up, Tijuana, you gave your information. Sean, how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, sure. So on YouTube, guys, if you want to sub, man, it's Selling Charlotte. If you want to call me, you can reach me at 704-340-3822 or email me at Sean, SHAWN, at Sean, SHAWN, Gerald, GERALD.com. That's how you find me. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Listen, and I told you last year when we did this, man, you are a gracious host to invite other agents, man, on your channel. We're family now, of course, but even last year, man, when you did this, to invite other agents, man, on your channel to talk to your fans out there, man. Like you're a special kind of dude, man. You're my brother. That's why I love you, man, and I appreciate you. You're a class act, big guy. So thanks for all you do, man. No doubt about it.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate y'all taking time out of your day. I know, I talk to you all pretty much every day. So I know how hard it is to get everybody together. Let alone for a phone call or even a live stream. So I appreciate you all taking time out of your schedule and just taking part in this, and let's do many more. I want to do this at least once a month if possible, just to give a market update regarding what you're seeing, because we're all in different areas, and just because I have my perspective, you all have your own as well. So we can just talk about it and touch base.
Yes.
I think it's important to note also too that just because we are in different locations, Tijuana, Harrisburg, I'm in Charlotte, Sarah's in Fort Mill, all of us work the entire Charlotte metro. So just because I'm here in the city, like we all work all over the place. I believe there's 16 counties that surround us. And so, so we get out to all of them. I think I've had a sale probably in every county around the Charlotte metro. So
as you say that,
Charlotte, but go ahead, bro.
As you say that, I have to bring something up to where these people call and like, hey, I have a question about this area, that area. I'm under contract there, and I don't really know much about it. And then I started talking more, and it was in Troutman, of all places, and he was like, the reason why I didn't go with you because I didn't think you work that way because you're in Fort Mill. We work in the greater Charlotte region.
That's right.
We will go and travel. If you go to these sales reps or even the agents, the resale agents, they know us. They know just by our share of volume and the type of people we are. They know us, and we can represent you without a doubt in those areas. So you are in good hands, whether you go with any of us in the greater Charlotte region.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And one last thing as well too. Between us, we've got, close to 90 agents now, in the Charlotte metro. So
no, it's more than 90.
You think so?
I looked at the roster.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Jesus. No wonder I don't get
We're pushing 100. We're pushing 100.
No wonder I can't sleep at night, man. Jesus. But I brought that up to say, like, you will, when you work with us at Lifestyle, man, here in the Charlotte metro, you don't have to worry about not being able to get into a home. Now, if you're selling a home, not being able to get your house open housed, you're going to always get great service because we've got a great family. We work well together. We all made a decision, the three of us, to really operate as one head, one unit.
Right.
So even though we're in different locations, we collaborate like nobody's business.
We do.
So you will get excellent service by working with us, without a doubt.
Yes.
We may not be the ones that can show up all the time. It may be one of our agents, but I can tell you right now, if you're watching the stream, that means you either care about Sir Asher, you know Tijuana, you know me. You're going to get the same level of service, or else.
That's right.
Or else. Okay, we'll be fighting somebody. Okay, we take care of our clients, man. So and get up with you guys.
Not just clients. I see there's other realtors watching as well. If you're looking for a home, we don't do much recruiting, we don't do much advertising or anything like that. And we've grown pretty organically in the last 6 months to just about 100 agents, 6.5 months to about 100 agents. If you're looking for a place to hang your hat that is going to encourage you, motivate you, hold you accountable, but also love on you, and making sure you have that foundation to be able to carry your business to heights you see it, without having to be reliant on us. We're here to give you that support. So please reach out to us. We would love to help you and just see if it's a good fit.
That's right.
Love it.
Yes.
Well,
absolutely.
I appreciate y'all. Any final words, Tijuana? I know me and Sean just said something final. If you want to give them your information one last time, and then we'll wrap up.
Yes, absolutely. Tijuana here, 704-777-1793 is my contact phone number. My email address is tijuana@prime1.net. My YouTube channel is Let's Talk Real Estate with Tijuana. I'm on social media sites. You can you can
check out her Instagram as well. Her Instagram, I'm jealous of her Instagram and her YouTube, but she has her and her husband sitting down talking about things that just aren't typical, but are necessary and gives you a unique insight. So I love it. It's all obviously has to do with the Charlotte area and real estate. I love it.
Yeah,
thank you.
I agree 100% with that. 100%.
Thanks. And
I'll talk to y'all later.
Well, hold on. I just wanted to say one last thing to the viewers. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, how we are talking and loving on one another, that's genuinely how we are.
It is.
Genuinely, yeah, we love on each other and we love on the agents too.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is not just for show, this is for real.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a part of this family, we want you to be a part of the family. You know, we just want to grow together. Yes.
Listen, it is so real that you just did exactly what you do when we have a phone call. I think the phone call's over and you'd be like, one more. Oh, I got one more thing. now I don't even end the phone call. Now I'm just like, okay, I know Tijuana's got something else. Let me just sit back and wait.
Oh my God, do I do that?
Listen, guys, we call her Mama T. Okay, that's what I call it anyway. Mama, and the agents call her Mama T, man. Okay, Mama T. Hey, listen, Mama T gonna get everybody in line and get them where they need to be, Jack. Okay, period. Period.
Exactly.
Yes. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all, Tijuana, enjoy your day tonight.
Yes, enjoy your date. I'll talk to you later, Sean. Talk to you later, Tijuana.
For sure, bro.
Thank you all for watching.
Yeah, no doubt. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all.
Good night.
All right.